Hey, third grade. Today I am going to be going over the assessment that you took yesterday. So if you have not taken this assessment, I need you to please not watch this video. And I need you to go complete that assessment first, and then you can come back and do this, okay? And there's also going to be some correction questions that you guys can do to help bring your test grade up, okay? So here we go. All right, we were talking about fraction equivalency and comparisons. I probably will not go through every question, but I'm going to pick the questions that I think needed the most attention, or ones that I know students are going to miss the most, okay? So, Emma is growing vegetables in her garden. She measured and recorded the height of each plant in inches on the number lines below. All right. Her pea plant, her bean plant, and her pepper plant. So first of all, which statement about the heights of these plants is true? The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the fraction of the fraction that's being represented on each number line, okay? So this fraction has 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 parts. And the height, or the shaded part, stops 2 away from 0. So the fraction is 2/4. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 parts, and my fraction stops 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/6 away from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and my fraction stops 1, 2, 3, 4. 4/8 away from 0. So which of these statements is true? The pea plant has the same height as the pepper plant because 2/4 equals 4/8. Well, looking at those fractions, I can tell that they both stop right there, okay? And I also know that 2 is half of 4 and 4 is half of 8, and both of these fractions equal 1/2. Okay, so this is a possibility. The pepper plant has the same height as the bean plant. The pepper plant has the same height as the bean plant. Well, the pepper plant is 4/8 and the bean plant is 4/6. So this is not true because this right here, that says 1/2, that is not the height of the bean plant, okay? The bean plant, 4/6, has the same height as the pepper plant. The pepper plant. Well, 4/6 is the bean plant, and the pepper plant is 4/8. I have 2/3 and 4/6 being represented. So they're not using the same fractions that are being used in these plants. The pea plant has the same height. The pea plant is 2/4 as the bean plant, 4/6. Because 2/4 equals 4/8. Well, I have 2/4 and 4/6. That is not the correct answer. The correct answer there was letter A. All right. Marcus and Benson went out for pizza. Marcus and Benson ate an equal amount of pizza. Which model could represent the amounts of pizza that Marcus and Benson ate? They ate an equal amount, okay? Well, there is one that I can automatically eliminate from my answer choices. Which one can I automatically eliminate? I know that I cannot be comparing those fractions. Good. Letter G. Those are not the same size whole. That is not going to be your answer. Okay? Let's look at letter H. This is how much of the pizza was eaten, and this is how much of the pizza was eaten. Are those the same amounts? The solid line represents the amount of pizza that was eaten? Is the same amount of pizza eaten in both? No, good job. Okay, letter J. Letter J, one number line starts at 0, one number line starts at 1, or ends at 1. They both start at 0. I'm sorry. Both number lines start at 0, but this one ends at 1, and this one ends at 2. Are those going to be the same? Is this point going to be the same on the number lines? No, they're not, okay? This is going to be half. And this would be about 1.5. Okay, so those are not the same because this ends on 1 and that ends on 2. All right, let's look at this one. Are the same amounts shaded in both of these? Yes, the same amount. You have the same size hole and the same amount is shaded. The correct answer there is letter F. All right, this one, you needed to have 1/4 and 2/8. Melinda drew a figure on a piece of poster board. She added a horizontal line to divide the 4 rectangular parts. Which equation describes the shaded parts of the 2 rectangles? Okay, 1/4 and 2/8. 1/4, those are the same amount. 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. Letter B was your answer. Elijah looked in his equipment bag and saw that 4/6 of the rubber balls in his bag were gray, as shown in the picture below. Which fraction is equivalent to 4/6? Okay. 4/6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have 4 of them shaded gray. Okay. But I can also group these differently. If you grouped them like this, so now you have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups. Okay, and how many of the groups have gray rubber balls? Good, 2 of them do. So your fraction that is equivalent is 2/3. Letter G was the answer there. All right. Which model represents 1/4 equals 2/8? Okay, so 1/4 equals 2/8. On letter A, you need to have 2 different fractions being represented, and you only have 1 fraction here. And let's figure out what fraction this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you stop at 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not even comparing, that's not even a fraction that's being compared. 4/8 is not being compared. Okay, this fraction here is 4/8. This is 3/6. This says 1/4 and 2/8 are equal, but that's not what this model is representing. Okay, these are not the same size whole. You cannot choose this answer. You should not have chosen this answer. You have to have the same size whole to compare fractions. This is 1/4, and this is 2/8. Letter D is the answer for number 5.